Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Ever Sidequesters Adventures in the Pathfinder 2nd Edition Abomination Vaults. How has everyone been? Tonight we have the whole gang here, back in action, thankfully. Hopefully, phones don't overheat and computers don't die and we don't lose power. But here's hoping. In any event, how is everyone doing tonight? My crew, how are you guys doing? You ready to continue the adventures in Gauntlight Keep here?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Let's do this.
Let the slaughter continue.
Yes. And quite a slaughter it's been. Because as of last week, after Krunks happened to kind of venture off to the side over here and just kind of, exploring the swamps a bit and just really feeling into the druid side of his nature, the rest of the group ventured into this little room over here. And as we, got to see, it was kind of a Mitflit Fight Club that was going on. You're not quite sure what they were doing, but they were wrestling with each other down in the bottom of this collapsed pit area here. That's about 10 feet of a drop, and the ceiling itself had collapsed in, so they were kind of wrestling around on there doing something. Little did it take for them to, quickly be dispatched as Grawler made his way down into the pit and just ended things with the help of Xylo and Narknat as well, taking care of the extra pot shots here and there. They then moved in through to a little walkway section that had a skeleton standing guard, but was quickly found out to be just a makeshift statue of sorts to try and ward off anyone, maybe other Mitflits, who knows. And then walking into what was known as the Mudlicker Throne Room, there was some quick words between the boss and the crew, and then Grawler threatened the lives. The boss attacked, and that was that. That pretty much ended the battle pretty quickly there, although Narknad did take a pretty heavy bite from Bite, the giant spider that was in the area here. Still not quite sure what the spider was, but for sake of showing everyone who didn't get a chance to see this spider, here you go.
Ooh, camely spider.
Yeah, basically, camel spider, for sure. Let's see here. Any notes? The smallest of giant Solafugids are still large enough to harry desert traders as their mounts. So yeah, pretty giant spider for sure. And then there was an extra Mitflit in here. And then after looking around at this little sand pile, you found out that it looks like the boss and his crew were possibly getting ready to attack Otari for whatever reasons. That which will remain hidden to time now that the boss Skrong has been defeated. Pretty viciously, might we add. After that, the crew had ventured into the maggot stables, where there was a just an empty room, it seems. Maybe the maggot was from the main room here that was fought, but nothing really happened there until moving into what was known as the fly pen, seeing some horse corpses and a couple giant flies attack the crew. The funny part, though, was Narknad using his... What ability was it that you used to rip off the decaying appendages of the horse?
Yeah, the ballistic telekinetic projectile.
Yes, so considering it can only hold one bulk and fling one bulk, it easily just sloppily ripped off, rotting body parts of this horse and used it to make projectiles against the flies, which helped. And then as that ended, there was a little bit of recovery, and the group decided to move up into what is the dining room area. And with that, we will begin our game tonight. Carl is giving some background noises, for sure, with all that slashing and hacking. Krunk, you hear the bit of chaos going on behind you, and it, shifts and the noises shift and lower and raise in volume here and there. You're not really broken out of your concentration until just now, as suddenly from your direct west of you, so over towards this door, let me see here. Here, Krunk, you hear some shifting and some swirling, some odd noises. What would you like to do as you come out of your druidic trance that you've kind of been in for the last few hours?
I will put my loincloth back in place.
Ah, yes.
Look around and realize everybody's gone again.
That they are.
And I will assume that the noises I hear are coming from them going in mystery.
All right, go ahead and place yourself.
Why can I not select this thing? Do I not have control of me anymore?
Yeah, you should. Nothing has changed there. Are you lagging a little bit, maybe?
Oh, it says game paused.
All right, Reese, reload the application because it's not paused. Anyone else seeing game
Oh.
paused?
I am not.
No.
Okay. Wow,
But it's like its bridges.
Oh, I see here, Doctor. Gotcha. Checking on a couple things here. Oh, I totally missed that sound effects there. That's too bad.
Oh, stop
Bees?
Bees! Yeah, the giant flies had a sound effect that I totally forgot.
Wait, is it Sean's mic or my mic that's picking up sound?
It's probably yours again.
Yeah, if you want to know if it's doing it, if you see yourself turn green, that's your mic triggering.
Okay, I'm slowly loading.
Alright, it's almost back in. It's a slow load, people.
I'm just getting stuck on that black screen.
Which black
Well,
screen
gray
is that?
screen. The gray screen, really. The splash screen where you have the anvil up in the corner.
Oh yeah, that does take a little while. There's just so much loading. Do you still have that problem? Are you still looking at that, Mike? Or
Yeah, I'm still looking at it.
oh dear. Okay, looks like Sean and Crunk are good to go.
We'll go ahead and continue with Sean, although just do a complete restart.
All right.
Maybe it'll clear the cache or something.
You said it was up by this door?
Yes. Right here, you hear some commotion going on behind this poorly, decayed door and rotting door.
I will listen. Whoops. Closed?
Whichever. Yeah, I mean, with how rotted these doors are, you kind of get a sense of something crazy going on there. But yeah, you can totally open the door. Unless you want to check
I
for
will
traps or
listen
anything.
at the door.
Yes, as you listen next to the door, you can hear the footsteps of people entering into the room and some odd clanking and clattering noises. You get the idea of almost as if wood was hitting wood and stone was clicking against stone, or wood and stone. You get the sounds of stone and wood for sure, bouncing off of each other oddly enough.
Yeah, I will open the door and check it out.
Okay. So as you open the door and walk in, you see your companions had come in through the south door over here. And with that, the collapsed ceiling at the middle of this room has left a ragged hole in the wooden roof. Rotten tapestries, their designs completely obscured by mold, hang in tatters on the walls between arrow slits and ruined side tables. The remains of a fancy dining table lie mostly pulverized by the fallen ceiling. So that's exactly what you see right now. And as you all come in, the the fallen ceiling here starts to lift on its own and starts to swirl ever so slowly. All right, we're just gonna give it unfortunately a few minutes for we're waiting for Mike to come back into the game, and then we will continue on with what's going on here in this dining room. We had, luckily, during the resting period last week, Sean, Narknads was able to get a critical heal with his healing training going on. Or super helpful. Poor Xylo, though, being a skeleton, is still kind of hurt at the moment.
Yeah. While Mike's loading in, let me run and grab a drink.
All right. Take a few moments here, people. I have to get ourselves like a little splash screen or something set up for be right back kind of thing.
Okay, how's this working out?
Good so far. We're doing like a push to talk.
If you're not doing push to talk, it's really good.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, it's I switched over to push to talk.
Okay. Yeah, for whatever reason, the something in your room is picking up on the mic, and or it's triggering the mic, and then we get weird background interference for some reason. Not entirely
It's
sure
almost
why.
like it's not grounded or something.
Mhm.
Pick up sometimes a little bit of electricity from something else. Cool.
All right, Mike,
Are we
how's it
waiting on
looking?
anybody?
What's that, Scott?
Just seeing who we're waiting on, Mike.
Yeah, at the moment, yeah.
Yeah, still waiting on it to load. It's on that screen still.
Okay. Yeah, it's the right link, so you shouldn't be, if you didn't have the right link, it wouldn't be loading up, which is fine.
Yeah. Maybe give it a refresh.
Nope, it suddenly
Have it-
decided to load. We're good now.
Woohoo!
All right. And now we just need Sean to come back from his drink run.
I'm
There we go. Okay.
Oh, found you guys.
Oh, a question I could plug in there and ask.
All right, well, get on YouTube.
No.
Ask it.
No.
Go ahead, it'll be hilarious.
Okay, so as you all come into this room, I need you all to place yourselves in this room somewhere. Go ahead and wherever you want to stand, go ahead and put yourselves there for the moment.
Okay. I'm happy where I am.
Isn't that where the stuff is swirling?
Grawler, Xylo, Crunk, you're all good where you're standing, or do you want to move about the room?
No, I'm good here.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm good where I am.
Okay, so as
Yeah, I'm
you
gonna
all
cower in the corner.
as you all enter into this room, spirits begin to rise from the center of this room here. Let's see how this goes about. And as these spirits begin to rise, you get to see several spirits of kobolds enter into this main central area here. Let's see here. There we go. So we have ourselves half a dozen kobold spirits. Now, the interesting thing about this is as you watch this and it begins to erupt from the center of this room, the kobolds themselves are ethereal, ghost almost, and they easily pass through all the debris as if they were standing at the table or sitting at the table like normal, and then they start to kind of talk and chatter with each other and do a variety of various things going on here. With that, let's see here. The kobolds kind of notice you all in the room. Hey, Ninzard, thanks for joining up with us, buddy. As the kobolds chatter and whatnot, they notice Narknad and Grawler themselves and begin to like head directly towards them. And let's see here. With that, both Grawler and Narknad, you suddenly see a bunch of the kobolds come rushing at you. And I'm going to need both of you here to roll will saves for me, please.
I will roll you a save.
Alright, we have a success with Narknad and a fail for Grawler. Okay, let's just double check some stuff here. Alright, so Narknad, you succeed and are frightened 1. You have 1 round of frighten going on. Oh, that was the wrong thing here.
Hang on, I may be able to help Grawler here.
Alright, what do you got for Grawler?
Oh, never mind. My bad, nothing. Sorry, Grawler.
Alright then. Grawler, you are confused and frightened too. So you have 2 rounds of frightened and confused for 1 round. With that, I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative. Let's see here.
Why do I keep doing it?
Can we get an encounter?
Working on it. There we go. All right, so you guys are in there, and I need to figure out how I'm adding these guys to the encounter here as well.
Select all. Hit the shield thingy.
Okay, there we go. All right, let's see here. Gotta move that up. Let's get you into the encounter. All right, Grawler. Okay, so we'll go ahead and begin the encounter with the Stone Scale Spirits going first, followed by Krunk, Narknad, Grawler, and Xylo. Now, these kobold ghosts seem to be haunting this place, and you may find that it's going to be a little bit more difficult to deal with these ghosts than you anticipate. So, the Stone Scale Spirits are going to go after one of the characters that's feared, and they're going to go randomly. So we're going to go ahead and roll 1 for Narknad and 2 for Grawler, and a 1d2 here. We'll see which one they go after, and they're going after Narknad. Okay. Narknad, since you are currently frightened at the moment, the spirits swoop together and race towards you in the area here. I'm going to need you to roll another will save for me, please. That's in the chat there. All right, with an 8, you take 1d10 plus 4 mental damage as the ghosts swoop in at you and just frighten the ever daylights out of you. I mean, considering you're also a kobold, this is pretty rough. And wow, that's max damage.
Mental damage?
Yes, mental damage. Okay, so Narknad,
Oh my good lord.
do you have some kind of protection from mental damage?
I don't think so. I don't think I get any resistance to it or anything,
Interesting.
as far as I'm aware.
Oh, wait. Yeah. I don't know why it didn't do it for you, but yeah. You're dying. They just swooped in at you and completely messed you up. So you are currently on the ground, prone, and dying out. So go ahead and mark yourself with dying 1. Oh, it's already marked. Okay. And that's the stone scale spirit's turn. Crunk, you're up with Narknad on deck.
Oh my. Well. First, I'm going to, target my buddy over here. And cast Stabilize.
Okay. Let's see what Stabilize does. Positive energy shuts death's door. The target loses the dying condition, though it remains unconscious at 0 hit points. Okay, so let's go ahead and get rid of that. Very good. Is there a stabilized condition? Okay.
Just unconscious.
Flat-footed, prone.
So do I still
Yeah.
get wounded?
What do you mean? Oh, yeah. No, you take the wounded condition because you died. You had dying 1, I believe. Yeah, you become wounded 1.
Where's my rule?
Okay.
I will also targeting my buddy over here. Then my last remaining action to reopen my spell page.
Okay.
And because of my my feet reach spell, I think I can cast it at level 1 and still hit him.
Oh, right. Yeah, let's take a look at that real quick. Reach spells.
Increase spell range by 30 feet. If the spell has a normally range of touch, I can extend it to 30 feet.
Perfect. There you go. Yes, you can totally use
I
your
will
heal.
use my last action to heal him.
Great. Okay, so go ahead and hit that healing on Narknad. For a total of 6 points of healing to Narknad. There we go. Narknad is healed for 6 and no longer unconscious.
Wah.
And that is all of my actions.
Although you are prone. Okay, so that's everything for Crunk. Narknad, you are up,
All right.
but
I'm
you're on
gonna
the floor.
stand up
Okay.
for an action. Jeez. So are we gonna fight this thing, or are we gonna try something else? Is there anything else to try?
It's up to you guys, really.
All right, let's try and hurt it and see what happens. gonna drop a telekinetic rend. Does that hit them? What's the rule on hitting them? Is it half the model or something?
Okay. So as you go to telekinetically rend them, you can see all the debris gets flung up into the air from the telekinetic rend, but everything where these spirits are moving around in this haze and whatnot, nothing happens. These ghosts themselves are still haunting this place and have not been affected by your telekinetic rend.
Huh. Well, that's all I can do with my turn, and yeah, wish I could run.
All right. Grawler, you're up. You are confused at the moment, so let's go ahead and take a look.
Let me just potentially apologize to my party now.
Right.
Oh, good.
Let's see here. You have the confused condition. So, you don't know your wits. You don't have your wits about you, and you are attack wildly. You are flat-footed. You don't treat anyone as your ally, though they might still treat you as theirs. And you can't delay, ready, or use reactions. You use all your actions to strike or cast offensive cantrips, though the GM can have you use other actions to facilitate attack, such as draw a weapon, move, so that a target is in reach, and so forth. Your targets are determined randomly by the GM. If you have no other visible targets, you target yourself, automatically hitting but not scoring a critical hit. If it's impossible for you to attack or cast a spell, you babble incoherently, wasting your actions each time you take damage from an attack or spell. You can attempt a flat check of DC 11 to recover from the confusion at the end of the condition. So, since this is going to be a secret roll...
This was what I was always afraid of. A Grawler party wipe.
Alright, so I've got my targets labeled. And we'll see who Grawler confusedly goes after.
Oh, come on, get it, brother. Come and get it.
1 second.
Don't you do it.
How can I help myself?
Okay, and with that, Grawler, in your confusion, you turn to who you thought was once your brother, but his face has been garbled and confused and looks like maybe your father or someone from your clan that has outcasted you, and you take your first action to move up to Krunk, and then take your subsequent actions to attack him. At least he's not raging, folks.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
It might. Yes, it might.
No, there's no mic. This is gonna hurt.
All right, so with that, the first attack is a miss, surprisingly enough, with the Frightened 2 condition helping you in this case, both of you. You swing and miss as you, Grawler, you go to attack. Krunk's face morphs once again and throws you off balance here. Yeah, go ahead and swing again. Oh, with a natural 18. That is going to be a hit as you deal damage to this abusive figure from your past. Oh, max damage! Oh! 16
yes,
points of damage to Krunk from Grawler.
Ow. That hurt.
Alright. And Krunk has been bloodied by Grawler's second swing. Grawler. Yes. Let's see here. Grawler, I need you to make a straight DC 11 check here to lose the confusion state. Go ahead and just roll a flat D20. Natural 20, folks. Grawler loses the confused condition here.
Oh, thank God that's where I rolled it.
And at the end of your turn, you lose the frightened condition. One of two, so you'll have one more round of being frightened. Narknad, you also lost your frightened condition as well. Okay. Grawler, that's the end of your turn. Xylo, you are up with the the haunting spirits up next. What do you do, Xylo?
Well, I was going to play musical accompaniment and then, go down with the ship, but I guess that I'll actually have to do something now. So physical attacks and damage won't work against ghosts.
Does not seem to be so, no.
I have a first level spell. Should I cast Phantom Pain, you guys?
Oh, it's up to you.
Before you cast that, considering that Narknad's magic didn't seem to work, and physical attacks, or at least physical items in the field don't seem to be working, you have a pretty good sneaking suspicion that these magics and attacks may not work. You might need to rely more on your skills, possibly, to deal with these kobold spirits here than with combat alone, as they haunt this place.
Well, first things first, I'm actually going to inspire courage.
Okay. All right, courage has been inspired. And then what you doing?
Oh,
Xylo?
shoot. I am sorry. I forgot that I said it to push to talk, and here I was talking the whole time.
Oh, I was gonna say, what you doing, buddy?
Sorry, yeah, so after casting Inspire Courage, I'm going to attempt to communicate with the kobolds in Necril, if they can communicate with me in that language.
Sure. What do you say to them?
Why do you haunt this place, spirits?
Let's see here. Give me some kind of a roll here to see if you can break through their almost what's that type of ghost haunting where it's more of like a recording than it is an actual active spirit.
Oh, so they're more like apparitions?
Possibly. Let's see here. What am I looking for? Performance, religion, society, stealth, survival, thievery, diplomacy. There we go. Go ahead and give me a diplomacy check to see if you can speak with these creatures here. Okay. Unfortunately, that's going to be a failure, as your words seem to be unfazed by the actions of these ghostly, haunting kobold spirits here. What would you like to do?
Can I demoralize them?
Sure, you could definitely give that a shot. Let's see here. Okay, so it's going to be an intimidation check. Intimidation check against the target. Go ahead and roll that for me. Let's see what you get. Oh, natural 20.
Oh.
Oh, amazing here. So, what do you say
nice.
to demoralize these stone scale spirits, Xylo?
Flee or be crushed.
And the closest one looks at you as you say this and flees through, like runs down move this a little bit. This first spirit kind of runs down and then disappears into the wall. There are still a few more spirits left to go through. But it seems as though your intimidation check has scared off one of these timid kobold spirits. It seems like this time they at least heard you. Any other actions, Xylo? Any actions left, I should say?
No, because it was inspiration, attempted to communicate with them, and then...
Well, the communication would be free. That one's fine.
Oh, shoot. All right,
So
hang
I'll
on.
give you one more action.
All right, I'm going to attempt to feint.
Okay, describe the feint for me here. What are you doing with this one?
Just, attempt to make them flinch, but I guess I would use the feint action for it.
Okay.
Like a thrust at them with the rapier and then like a quick pull away.
Okay, so go ahead and roll the deception there for the feint. Okay, let me double check something here. And sadly, that's not going to do it. As you attempt to feint at them with your rapier there, the kobolds pay no mind to you, unfortunately, at the moment.
You see, the problem was I didn't move up to try it.
Yeah. Hanging out in the back there. All right, so that's your third action, Xylo, and we go to the top of round 2 with the stone scale spirits here. Let me see. Check something. Okay. Narknad, as you're standing there, wrapped up with everything, I'm going to need you to make another check for me real quick here, as you're closest to this rubble. Let's see. Go ahead and make a will save for me, please. Oh, another natural 20, folks. With a 27, you critically succeed against the confusing confrontation of these ghosts here. You are now unaffected by the fear that these kobolds are causing, and you're temporarily immune to the confusing confrontation for 24 hours. And as this happens, after having this whole effect having gone on, the spirits themselves seem to dissipate at the moment. Let me see here. I gotta move something real quick so I can. Okay. And for the moment, this haunting spirits seem to have disappeared. What would you like to do, folks? What's next?
I searched the rubble. Is there anything in the middle of the room?
Yes, you can actually search the rubble. And what's everyone else doing, by the way, while we do this?
I'll join in the search, help out.
I would like to hold my brother, where I split him in twain.
Right?
The brothers are hugging. Let's look for loot.
Just holding him together.
We'll do this. We're going to do this in order here. So everyone kind of go back to where you were standing for the moment. Now one more, Narknad. One more to the left there. Perfect. Okay. So, Krunk, what are you doing in this moment? You're the next one to act.
I'm using a healing potion.
Okay,
On
so
myself.
one action to heal.
Wait, come on. Target me. What the hell? Can I not target? How do I do that?
Not do what? What are you trying to manage?
I'm trying to use a potion on myself. I can't target myself.
Ironically enough, I think you have to equip it first.
Oh, hey, look at that. So I do. So I will use one action to take out a healing potion.
Okay.
Quaff it.
All right. There you go. And then you should be able to heal yourself with it. There we go. Get you that 5 healing there. You're healed for 5 hit points. And your last action.
I will kind of wander a little bit closer to Xylo. Or, yeah, sort of in between Xylo and Narknad.
Okay. Narknad, what are you doing?
I want to, I guess, lurch over to the center of the rubble and see if there's anything in the middle.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a perception check. Ooh,
I'm going to use my hero die and reroll that.
Okay, yeah, remember folks, you have a hero die. Ooh.
That's a little better.
Hero die rolled with a success. You do find something interesting in the rubble here. You search around and happen to find some kobold bones in here amongst the rubble. They're tiny ones, and they're, kind of scattered all over the place. You seemingly collect enough for maybe what you might consider the remnants of one kobold or so. All right, so that would be your movement and an action to search. You have one more action. What would you like to do?
Can I do recall knowledge and would I have anything good to check? I'm just looking at a occult check to see if I know anything about ghosts, about these kind of ghosts.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a religion check.
I know nothing.
Yeah, nothing's really standing out to you, unfortunately, at the moment. Okay, those are your actions. Grawler, you're up. What would you like to do? Alright, so your action to move onto the main center rubble here. Your second.
And well, I'm also gonna try to just dig through and see if there's anything in there.
Sure. Okay. Go ahead and let me give you the perception check there again. Go ahead and roll a perception check to search around the area as you dig through the rubble. With a 4, you kind of push some rocks around, but don't really see anything that stands out to you of any interest. You have another action to do if you'd like to search again. That's up to you. Or if you want to do something different.
Yeah, I'll give it one more shot.
Hit the wrong button. Alright, go for it. It should still be... Do you still see the... Oh, perfect. Okay. With a 20, this time you do succeed, and you happen to, you shift around a little bit and find a few more, just like what Narknad's holding. You find a collection of bones. You're probably pretty satisfactory with the idea that you probably have enough for what might constitute about 1 kobold's worth of bones as well. So between the two of you, you probably have 2 kobolds worth of bones. And that'll be your turn. Xylo, you're up. What would you like to do?
Would I be able to do a recall knowledge from my curse lore to try to figure out what's going on with the ghosts here?
Sure. Yeah. Let me go ahead and pull that up for you. I don't know if it's going to precisely work or not, but see if that lore skill check works for you in the chat window.
It does not.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your curse lore, and I'll just manually do it. Okay. So with a success, I will definitely give you that. So what are you looking for exactly?
I guess their purpose here and how to get rid of them.
Okay. Let me see what I can pull up for you on that.
I mean, because Xylo thinks that they gave up the ghost too soon.
Okay. Let's see here.
Bad Xylo.
It seems like with your curse lore and knowing that this place itself is probably cursed, you have an idea and a feeling that these kobold ghosts themselves that are haunting this place are cursed themselves, and they probably came to a tragic end. You look at the ceiling that has collapsed and where these ghosts have kind of popped up, and you kind of link the two of like, oh, these poor kobolds were probably eating dinner and died here tragically and suddenly without any kind of proper burial. They probably can't rest. So you're suspecting that either the bones of the kobolds, as you see Narknad and Grawler collecting some bones, you think that, you know, by either putting the bones to rest or destroying them in some way seems to work. But you also recall that you had demoralized one of the ghosts and it kind of ran off in fear of you. So there's potentially a couple ways of dealing with these haunting spirits. So that's your first action there. Sound satisfactory with that?
Sounds good. I'll relay the information to the party.
Okay. What would you like to do with your last two actions?
You know what? How about some musical accompaniment? Because I have no idea what to do with my last two actions.
Okay, so you want to just throw out some inspiration?
No, musical accompaniment.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Do I have that going here? What kind of musical accompaniment are you going with?
Something that could wake the dead.
You want your performance or intimidation?
You use a trumpet.
Sure. How about intimidation? Yeah, I could summon a trumpet, but that would take another turn.
Okay.
No, you use a trumpet. That's your bardic. Is that your bardic instrument?
Kind of. It's just kind of a joke from the Discord. The doot skeleton. All right. So, as you finish off your turn, thinking and relaying the information there, everyone, besides Xylo, you start to hear music.
Metal.
And it's coming from Xylo, oddly enough. So, this music you're hearing now, this kind of upbeat noise, your characters are legitimately hearing this coming from Xylo's direction.
And I know this music.
Specifically from his socket in his skull because he has iTunes.
Oh no. Okay. Xylo, as your turn ends, Crunk and Grawler, you both shift in such a way that you start to disturb the rocks and the rubble here, and because of this, the haunting ghosts start back up, and we go back into combat. What's that?
I did what now?
Yeah, because of where you're standing, actually.
Awesome.
let's see here. So we go with the, where is it? Oh yes, there we go. And we're back into combat, folks, as the ghosts themselves reappear. Okay, I need to move something real quick. And the 5 remaining ghosts reappear where they were standing. I'm just going to put that over there for the time being because it's getting in the way. They reappear and they go to charge at both you, Crunk, and Grawler. I'm going to need both of you to make some will saves for me, please, as we go into the round 3 of combat here. And the will saves are in chat. Alright. Grawler fails, unfortunately, with a 17, but isn't frightened, or isn't confused. And Crunk also fails, but isn't confused. It's only, or no, I'm sorry, they both fail and get confused and frightened, both of them. Yes, with a failure, it is confused and frightened for 2 rounds. Alright. With the 2 of you confused and frightened here, the spirits are going to charge and attack one of you. So we're going to do Grawler with a 1 and Crunk with a 2. 2. Crunk. Or what did I say? Grawler was the 2?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think Crunk was 1, Grawler was a 2. We're going to go with Grawler. Alright, Grawler. Yes, they come, the spirits zone in on you and they come charging at you. I'm going to need another will save from you, please. Oh, with a natural 20, you critically succeed against the attack here and take no damage whatsoever from the ghosts as they try to you know, ghostly tickle you. But luckily, you take nothing from them in any kind of mental damage. You can take that however you'd like. Moving on, that is the spirit's turn. Crunk, you're up, but you are confused. I'm going to roll some dice here for you, and you're going to do attack one of a couple options here. So we're going to do. Okay, do those. And we're going to see who you go after. Crunk, you hear this music coming from you, and it's aggravating, it's confusing, and as you turn, you look at the source of the music, and it just annoys the hell out of you. You start charging after Xylo. Go ahead and move to Xylo, and then make some attacks or cast some cantrips at him, whichever you prefer.
Oh, bother.
Be gentle. I haven't died a second time before.
Yeah, I would just take out the wiffle bat.
Okay. And for the first attack, a 5 totaling 8 will miss Xylo. And for the second attack, in your confusion, it's going to be a base 12, total of 10, and both attacks luckily miss Xylo as you swing at him in your confusion and annoyance of the music. Now, I'm going to need you to make a flat check here, and get to stay, which is annoying. Okay. Roll a d20, just a flat d20, no bonuses or anything. This is a 50-50 chance to lose your confusion.
Thank you for not ringing this bard's bell.
No problem, Mike.
Okay, and with that, you lose your confusion and one round of one round of being frightened. And you realize now you're standing next to Xylo, and you're probably thinking to yourself, why did I attack him? All right, those are your actions. Narknad, you are up. What do you do?
So these things don't seem to be bothering me so much, right?
Yes, you are officially immune to their fear and frightened effects, and they are no longer paying any attention to you because you have this stance or this air of just not really giving them any kind of measure, any kind of movement from them. So they can't seem to realize or can't get you to react the way they want you to.
I want to dig for more bodies, I think, more bones. We got to put all these guys to rest, right? Isn't that the working theory right now?
That is
Or
a theory.
spook them back.
Or spook them back? We can give them the old spooks? I'm going to look for the bodies. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay, go ahead and give me another perception check here, please, in the chat. All right, with a total of 11, unfortunately, your first action fails to produce any more kobold bones. Again, another failure. So close, but sadly, with the confusion of everything going on and the spirits, you're just unable to find any more of these bones.
Man, I'm just not finding anything, guys. I don't know where these bones are at.
All right, Grawler, it's your turn, and you're confused. We're gonna go ahead and
I'm gonna get it again.
Yeah.
We who are about to die salute you.
We who are about to die don't want to.
Grawler, in your confusion, you hear this just ear-piercing music, and sadly, it just infuriates you. You rush over to Xylo and attack. Action number 1 to move to Xylo. Actions 2 and 3 to attack. Let's see what happens here.
Smish.
He does have Frightened 2 and Flat-Footed, although the Flat-Footed is not helping on the attacks. The Frightened is helping on the attacks, so maybe, if we're lucky, and Xylo is lucky, he doesn't get attacked. We'll see what happens here in a moment as Grawler makes his attack roll. First attack's coming in with a natural 1. You critically miss attacking Xylo. Ooh, that is 1 of 2 attacks.
You have no idea how stressful this is.
Oh, I'm very
If
aware.
you kill me, I forgive you.
You can't kill him. He's already dead.
With a natural 16, that evens you out to a 16 due to your frightened stance and everything, and you barely miss attacking Xylo as your swing hits and collides with the wall. Xylo, 4 attacks against you. You have avoided all 4 of them.
Oh, thank God for frightening.
Crump,
Just try avoiding noblemen.
right? Grawler, I need a flat DC check from you, please. Just roll a d20. And with a 14, you lose your confusion and 1 round of frightened. All right, that ends Grawler's turn. Xylo, you're up and surrounded, maybe body protected by the orc boys? What do you do, Xylo?
You know, oddly enough, now I feel safe. I'm going to start yelling at the kobolds that, there's a human army approaching and they're going to wipe them all out. They have to flee.
All right, go ahead and give me an intimidation check with that warning.
Deception.
Yeah, same idea. If you want to go with deception, go ahead and roll deception. That's fine. Roll deception.
I think deception works better for me is why.
Okay.
Hang on, I got to find my skills.
Here, I'll do this for you to help out. Go ahead and roll that in chat there. Oof, unfortunately, that is a failure, as the threat of the threats of deception have failed to connect with these kobold ghosts haunting the area. What would you like to do for actions 2 and 3?
You know, we'll switch over to intimidation.
All right, go for it. And sadly, the intimidation fails to connect as well. One more action. What would you like to do?
I don't suppose I could try diplomacy.
Sure, you can give that a
I'll
shot.
ask them
too.
nicely to leave.
Go for it. And with a 21, you succeed in asking one of these kobolds that haunting the area to leave. And one of them goes rushing off into a random direction and disappears. Do you have to maintain the music? Is that a concentration ability for Xylo?
Yeah, but I haven't been hit yet.
Yeah, but I think if it's a concentration, you have to actually give one of your actions to keep it going.
Oh, well then shut it off then, because it's been getting me attacked.
It has been. All right, and with that, your music.
No, this
has
isn't
ended.
concentration, by the way.
What's that?
This isn't concentration, by the way. Just lasts for a minute.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and you know what? It's supposed to give me a +1 to all my skill checks. Performance, deception, or at your
Right.
discretion.
Yes. Okay. So then I will put that back on because technically it's stuck on for the minute. Okay. And
Well, it's not applying to my rolls, though, so just, I guess, keep that in mind.
yeah. Yep. Okay. That ends your turn, and we come back to the ghosts haunting the area, with Krunk and Grawler rushing after Xylo, and Narknet immune to the fears of these haunts. The haunts, once again, disappear. Something real quick here. Okay. With that, the ghosts have disappeared once again. I gotta get rid of that. There we go. What would you like to do next? Krunk, you are up at the moment. What do you do?
This idea. Maybe we no be here.
I like it. It's fresh idea.
Where are we going?
Well, you have 2 doors. Everything else are a bunch of windows and arrow slits, so you can either go south or east out of this room. Or up, if you have a way to fly out of the room.
I mean, Krunk could probably throw us.
Yeah, I think I'll kind of mosey my way out of here.
Okay. So Krunk decides to say he's had enough and moves out of the haunted room here. Anything else you'd like to do with your last 2 actions?
10, 15, 20, 25. I will delay.
Okay. Very good. And as you delay, we'll say your frightened comes to an end. Narknad, what do you do? You're still standing on the pile of rubble here. You see,
Yeah, I guess
Krunk has left.
I will also go to leave. I'm gonna search it one more time and then I'm gonna leave.
Okay, let me go ahead and get you that. Oh, you got it? All right. With a 19, fortunately, you still cannot find any more kobold bones in the rubble here.
Crap.
Alright, so I'm gonna skedaddle here.
What do you do with the bones you currently have? Because you and Grawler both have one set of bones.
Yes.
You're just gonna hold on to them?
Wait, you're holding them?
I mean, you got them in your hands. What are you doing with them?
Well, I was gonna maybe bury them. Ghosts seem to be very upset. Maybe we start burying them, they'll go away permanently.
All right. Grawler, what do? You also currently have one set of bones, and you see Narknad and Krunk leave this room. What would you like to do?
I find this rather ironic because they both took my idea.
To leave?
Yeah, the only thing I've been doing is kicking my own party's ass.
Okay. So,
You
for someone like Grawler, what goes through his mind as he's kind of not necessarily vanquished, but can't fight an enemy? He has an enemy he can't fight. What do you think he thinks right now in this moment?
Well, he's partially taken aback because he nearly killed his brother.
Yo.
And is also simultaneously very frustrated.
Okay.
Because he didn't quite kill his brother.
Hair Doctor says maybe if Xylo would be alone in the room, he could talk to them.
My first action
Yes.
will be to drop my pile of bones
Okay.
and smash the fuck out of them.
Okay.
And then I will leave the room.
All right. And with the pile of bones crushed beneath your feet, Grawler, as you leave the room, you hear the sounds of as if maybe a ghost has been set free, possibly. Go ahead and leave the room. All right. You lose your last round of frightening, and Xylo, what do you do?
There's nothing like laying around the room small, like a personal memento of theirs that I could find that I could bury, right?
If there are any, you would have to search in the rubble area.
Let's do this. I have 5 feet of movement left.
Okay. So for your first movement, for your first thing, you move in and you start checking. Go ahead and give me, for your next action, whatever you'd like to do.
Probably perception and dig for searching.
Yes. Let me give you the check here. Okay. Go ahead and roll that perception check, please. With a 12, unfortunately, you fail to locate any kind of personal mementos or even bones. These unfortunate, skeletal remains or any other personal effects are really well hidden in the rubble from the collapsed ceiling. You have one action left. What would you like to do?
I would like to GT the FO.
Please do, then. All right. And with that, you all exit out of the haunted dining room here. Okay. Because of the encounter, regardless of succeeding or failing, you still get the experience. So go ahead, everyone, give yourselves 80 XP, except for Crunk, since you're level 2, you're going to get 40.
Got it.
And having dealt partially with the haunted the haunted kobolds here, what would you like to do next? Where do you want to go in the Gauntlight Keep?
How long's it been since we would have since we finished the room before that with the bugs,
Yes.
time-wise?
With that, I usually consider encounters and the wrap-up of an encounter roughly about 10 minutes or so. So after you guys get out of the encounter with any kind of combat or with dealing with these, haunted, ghostly spirits here, you get a moment to kind of, non-in-game chatter. You might check yourselves over and whatnot. So it's only been about 10 minutes since you had healed yourselves.
All right, guys, where to next?
We don't know where you've been.
That means Crunk should be able to attempt to heal wounds on himself with the medicine check, right?
Yep, you could do that. In the
I'm gonna-
downtime, real quick. In the downtime, there, Crunk, Xylo, and Narknad probably let you know that they've more or less cleared the south area. So south, southwest, and southeast have been more or less cleared out. And now with the west also being technically cleared, or at least explored, you guys are pretty sure you have the north through northeast to check on as well. So go ahead, Xylo, what you're going to say?
I was gonna say I'm also gonna cast Soothe on myself.
Okay. Does it just affect yourself, or can you do it on more people?
I can cast Soothe on others as well.
Okay. Alright, so the Soothe spell is an action which only takes a few seconds. Oh, spell effect Soothe. Let's see, what does the Soothe effect do? Your mind is bolstered against hostile effects, granting a +2 status bonus to saves against mental effects for the duration. And the duration is how long? For the round,
1
I guess?
minute.
Oh, for 1 minute? Okay, so that doesn't really help anything then. Crunk, did you want to attempt to heal? Do a bind wounds kind of healing check?
So, funny story.
Yes.
In order to treat wounds, you have to have a healing kit.
I have a healing kit.
I do not have a healing kit.
Do you want to borrow my healing kit?
My previous character had given you his.
Really? I never got that on my...
Alright, well with that, we will go ahead and retroactively give you a healing kit.
Yeah, because you had been trained in medicine, and my character hadn't been.
Let's see here. Healers.
And if we get desperate, I've still got that wand of heal. That, if I'm reading this right, is the once a day use.
Once a day.
I don't know. Andy was saying something about some loincloth healing.
Oh no.
Me queen.
Where is the heal?
Can I get my bones to grow to smash?
Sure, yeah, if you'd like to.
If you would, if you're interested,
I should gleefully do so.
smash away.
Okay, there we go. Healer's tools. Okay, I have dropped healer's tools into your equipment there, Crunk. retroactively you
Okay.
were given them.
I will.
Grawler, you take the bones, the second set of bones, and just smash them underfoot.
Oh yeah, like mosh pit stomp style.
Okay. Very good. All right, Crunk, you should have that healing action.
Yep. And
Where is it? I think is it under exploration or downtime?
exploration.
Okay. Oh yeah, there it is. Treat wounds. Very good. Okay. Excellent. Ooh, wow. Sorry. So you get 11 hit points back. If you want to spend a whole hour, you can double that, I believe. Do you need? How much healing do you need?
Roughly about 16 total, so not really.
Okay. So you can either go ahead and take the 10 minutes and take the 11, or double that for an hour's worth of time to be able to heal back up.
I don't think we need nap.
Okay.
I'm good with waiting.
I'm only 5 hit points short of full, so no big deal.
Well then, with it settled and the 10 minutes moved on, an additional 10 minutes for Crunk to heal, where would you guys like to go next?
I see a door, so I head to it.
Growler finds a door.
It's the door right behind me.
All right, so with this door here, let's see. Are you attempting to open the door, Growler?
Yes.
Okay. You come up to the door and you find that it is stuck. It's not necessarily locked. It does move a little bit, but you know how in, hot, humid days the doors will swell a bit and then you have to really kind of give it a jerk to open a door or bash into it a little bit to open it. You kind of got this same thing going on here. Go ahead and give me an athletics check, Growler. Probably the best person to be in the front to do this.
Can I help him?
If you want to assist, you could.
It doesn't look like I need to. Me
Alright.
help.
Yes. With that, Grawler definitely goes ahead and forces open the door, and with that, it with a nice good bash, the door falls into sodden pieces, and opens up into this area here. Let me go ahead and show you this. You open up what appears to be a spiral staircase of sorts. The smooth walls of this circular room are painted a light gray with no indication of seams between blocks of stone. A set of iron stairs winds upwards along the curved walls before terminating at a trap door in the ceiling nearly 100 feet above. A reddish bloodstain glistens on the floor at the room's center, as though a human-sized creature bled to death on the floor very recently, despite there being no body in sight. So this bloodstain here, you can see, looks pretty fresh from at least where you're standing, Grawler. What would you like to do?
And you said there's a trapdoor 100 feet above us?
Yes. If you walk in, you'll see that the staircase spirals up and eventually leads to a trapdoor that will open up to the top of the keep, the Gauntlight watch, or what's the word I'm looking for? The stupid
Tower.
Well, yeah, up the tower to the lighthouse. That's what I was looking for. Because that's what still shines and is giving off an eerie glow up there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, screw it. I'm gonna start making my way up the stairs.
Okay. Grawler, as you walk by the blood on the floor, go ahead and give me... I'm going to need a perception check from you real quick. Roll me a perception check, please. Okay, with a 24, as you walk past this blood, you don't step on it, unless you do. It's totally up to you. But whether you step on it or next to it, the blood itself seems to react to your presence. It doesn't jump at you, it doesn't move, but it does jiggle a little bit. But then just kind of remains there. As you're close, it seems to be vibrating. Not with your footstep, but just in general. It seems to be, there's like ripples in the blood a little bit as you get closer to it. What's everyone else doing as Grawler begins
Blood, you stay there.
as Grawler begins to ascend the tower. There is also a door to the west here as well, when you get into the main floor of the tower. So you can see a door over here as well.
I guess I'll go through.
Okay. Go ahead and also give me a perception check, because right now Grawler is like talking to no one at the moment. Go ahead and roll that perception check there, Xylo, please. Ooh, a natural 20 for a critical success. Yes, again, you see the same thing. You get close to it as you're walking by to follow Grawler up, maybe follow him up the stairs or investigate the door here. But as you get closer, the blood pool begins to vibrate more and more as you get close to it. Anyone else?
Want to go next?
Krunk, Narknad?
I'll go. See, what do you want? Perception?
Yeah, go ahead and, as you walk into the tower, go ahead and give me that perception check. A little too hurt to really give a care about blood. You're worried about your own blood being in your body. And Krunk, go ahead and roll that perception check as you walk in. Okay. You don't really notice anything either, even though you see Grawler and Xylo kind of pay attention to the blood. Nothing really kind of stands out too much to you. All right, so gentlemen, from here, where would you like to go?
Should we clear down below first?
Oh wait, there's another door down here?
Yes, there is a door right over here that leads out, leads to the west.
That door's a lot closer than the trap door, right?
Yeah, it's 100 feet up, or, 10, 15 feet over here to the west.
I go through the new door.
Okay. Go ahead and open the door. Alright, so as you open the door, you see that you have come to the outside of the Gauntlight Keep here. And you can see a stone path that leads to a partial stone wall that is right in front of you here, while the paths also seem to lead to other places elsewhere as well. Where would you like to go?
Maybe follow brother.
Alright, so Grawler steps out, maybe heading towards this dilapidated small stone building. Xylo, Narknad?
Yep, following in queue.
Alright, go ahead and lead the group, Grawler. Where are you going?
Well, as it so happens, I see a door.
Okay. So you open up the door here, and you see the contents within. This is what you can gather as a ruined boathouse. The southern portion of this stone-walled building has collapsed into rubble, exposing what remains of a boathouse to the elements. The shelves and boats within have decayed into heaps of rot and moss. The remains of a relatively fresh campfire smolder faintly, as if to say, someone's been here recently. Alright, everyone, Grawler walks into this ruined boathouse. Where are you all going?
I'll walk up here.
Whoop.
Yeah, split the party.
I just wanted to fill out the map.
Yes. Oh, yeah, I see. Alright. Ruined boathouse. What would you guys like to do here? More doors. Grawler, as you open up the doors to what you find as a ruined pier, much of this wooden pier has collapsed into the swamp, leaving about 10 feet of moldy, soggy boards slumped against ancient wood pilings. A rowboat tied to a piling looks much more recently built. What would you like to do?
And now I'm slightly torn because I see the path behind me, and yet out there in the distance, I see a door.
Well, at the moment, you have this ruined pier, you have this rowboat, you have the campfire itself in here, and then you do have the other door off in the distance. So you have several options to choose. What do you do? Going to check out that rowboat?
I'm going to get in the boat.
Okay.
I'm jumping in too.
Very nice. Anyone searching around the rowboat, or are you just kind of hanging out, taking the scenery?
Yeah, I'll take a look around it.
Okay. The contents within the rowboat are very easy to find. No check needed here. Between Xylo and Grawler, you pop into the rowboat, you start fishing around, looking, searching the area out, and you find two things. The first is a stash of pastries. There's smoked salmon in a fish-shaped doughy exterior. If anyone wants to take some form of a society check, you can give that a go and take a look at the fish cakes if they look familiar. Narknad with an 11 on the society check. Xylo with an 8. And then on top of that, the second is a carving of a flying bird decorating the inside of the boat near the bow. So for the first check, Narknad, as you see them pick up the pastries, ironically enough, this gives you flashbacks and memories to your time spent at the Crook's Nook, where you all had rested for the night. A few of the patrons there were eating these sorts of pastries while you watched Grawler wrestle with some of the with the dwarf that was easily outmatched. Now, anyone that wants to check and make a society check about the flying bird decoration, go ahead and roll that society check. Alright. So, unfortunately, Xylo, you don't recognize the this flying bird decoration. Anyone else curious about it, or are we good there? Narknad. Now this one's curious. Maybe you had made note of this, or you caught something in in your walks through Otari, but you recognize the flying bird decoration as belonging to the Osprey Club, And the Osprey Club is Otari's Thieves Guild. Beyond that, you're not quite sure where this Thieves Guild is located, but it does ring a bell that this symbol belongs to that club that belongs to Otari. Where in Otari, you're not quite sure. Anything else you'd like to do, gentlemen?
Yes, actually.
What you got?
As I see everybody piling into the boat, I'm going to take a crunk leap in logic and assume we're going over to the other dock. Which doesn't look that far for me. So I'm going to go out, take a running leap, and try to get across to this dock over here.
Okay, let me take a look at jumping.
I was
rules.
debating that myself.
See if I can pull up something for jumping, because I don't know the rules on that. Let's see here. Skill actions, maybe. Come on, got anything in there? Oh, all right. Acrobatics, balance, tumble, walk through bar. High jump, long jump. There we go. You stride, then make a horizontal leap and attempt to an athletics check to increase your length of your jump. Let's see here. You stride, then make a horizontal leap and attempt an athletics check to increase the length of your jump. The DC of the athletics check is equal to the total distance in feet you're attempting to move during your leap. You need to succeed at a DC 20 check to leap 20 feet. You can't leap farther than your speed. If you didn't stride at least 10 feet, or if you attempt to jump in a different direction than your stride, you automatically fail your check, and this might be increased or decreased due to a situation as determined by the GM. Okay, cool. So that helped out. So you want to try a long jump? So it looks like it's 15 feet. All right, athletics. Go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Bloosh.
Oh,
Let's get second bath of the. Oh, hey.
easily.
Never mind.
You take a quick couple runs on the pier and then just leap across and land very deftly on the other side of the pier.
And then I will turn around and look at them all in the boat, be like, "We going this way?"
What do the rest of you do?
Ah,
Xylobones is just gonna be there slack-jawed and impressed because he's just skin and bones. Okay, just bones.
Growler, you making that jump too, or you taking the rowboat? What you doing, buddy?
Yeah, can I fit in the boat? I'm only little.
Oh yeah, Narknad, you could easily fit in the boat, no problem.
yeah, I'm already in the boat, so I might as well take it.
Okay, so you guys dislodge the boat and start, uncouple the boat from the dock and start rowing over there. Between the three of you, you're maybe fumbling with the oars and trying to figure out who's going to row. Maybe one of you takes one oar and the other's taking the other, and one of you's leading, and it's just this haphazard mess of the blind leading the blind. And Crunk, as you're standing there watching this chaos go on, you're thinking to yourself, this is going to take them about a week to work this out. We'll see you all next week, folks, as the Ever Sidequesters work their way across this small gap here. Oh, goodness. Thank you all so much for joining us, folks. We appreciate everyone in chat, Herr Dr. Ninzard, and Trade 11 as well. Thank you all so much for joining us, and we will see you guys next week for the continuation of the Ever Sidequesters adventures here outside of the Gauntlight Keep. Thank you all so much, and we will see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Later.
Bye.